Keep it going for Michael, guys. Okay, do you have it in you for one more story? Can you guys see me over there? I know, it's like, I'm so skinny, it's like... why did you guys laugh at that? Okay, it's honestly more important that you see me than hear me, okay? Oh, lost you with that one? Okay. I'm Carly in Filbin, and my story is called Someone's in Trouble. So throughout my life, there is one phrase I've been told over and over again. And no, it's not lower your voice. And surprise, it's not, but you're not like a natural blonde. No, it's a far more repressive philosophy, which society has tried to pass off as fact, and I'm here to stand up and say, not anymore. And you might be asking yourself, what is this dogmatic slogan? Well, what I have been told over and over again is, Carly, it's just a game. Well, I think that ideology is for the weak. The only thing more obnoxious than taking a game too seriously is not taking it seriously at all. Taking a game seriously shows commitment, passion, the ability to access and act on a range of emotion. It shows the will to live. And no, I'm not talking about feeble little solo games like solitaire or self-congratulatory crossword puzzles. People who indulge in those activities are the kind of people who believe everybody gets a trophy. They're so scared to die, but even more afraid to live. But people who can lose friendships over guess who are doomsday preppers who live in bunkers. And one day, we're all gonna be knocking on their door begging for a can of green beans. It's not just a game. We're learning survival skills. I mean, you tell me who's gonna hunt food and lead you to safety if you ever find yourself on a deserted island, a more likely scenario than you might imagine. Do you think it's going to be the person who gently places their decaffeinated mint tea down on their restoration hardware table and calls out, honey, what's an 8-letter word for trustworthy? I think not. The way you play Clue is the way you do everything. The type of person who gets hit with a draw 4 in Uno and takes it like a little bitch, as opposed to making a big scene about how unfair it all is because it's unfair, is not the type of person I want next to me in a time of crisis. A man who loses Connect 4 and says, that was fun. Just not a person I can build a life with, you understand? And you guys don't get me started on those imbeciles who try to force their agenda by saying, we don't need to keep score. What the fuck? Like a dog with a squeaky toy, games are designed to mimic our animalistic urge to compete, to claim, to outlive. Games allow you to release pent-up anger without anyone getting hurt. And even though things might get heated, we can all still be friends afterwards because, as you said, it's just a game, right? So I'm 20 years old in small town America, and I'm hanging out with the only people I hang out with, my boyfriend Alan and my best friend Danielle. We're broke, so we do broke people things. And tonight, we're playing the board game Trouble. They're hesitant to play with me knowing how I get. But I insist, it'll be fun. And before they can suggest something non-competitive, like a movie or a walk, as if I don't get competitive about movies or walks, I'm already setting up the board and assigning everyone a color. They see the dizziness in my eyes, the sweat beating down my forehead. They think, she's gone. A refresher. Trouble is a board game for children under the age of 12. Not horny 20-year-olds who should be using their fake IDs to order Long Island iced teas at TGI Fridays. Each player rolls the die by popping the Pop-O-Matic, its legal name, and moving their peg. A player must pop a 6 to get their pegs out of their base and start moving. To win the game, you have to go around the board and get all 4 pegs home first. We know how trouble works, yeah? But at any point, a player can land on your peg, sending you all the way back to your base, and you're gonna need to pop a 6 to get out again. It's 10% strategy and 90% chance, and that's what makes trouble thrilling. Until the exact second someone wins, it's anybody's game. So the 3 of us are playing. It's pretty neck and neck for the first half, but then I pull ahead. And all the pegs are out, and they're circling the board. Alan and Danielle each have 1 peg stuck in their base, so I am feeling invincible, leader of the pack, fastest in the tribe. Then, all of a sudden, Alan pops a 6, and all his pegs are out, and then Danielle pops a 6, and all her pegs are out. Fine, it's fine, this doesn't mean anything. But I keep popping 1s and 2s, and my pegs are slowing down. Alan and Danielle are gaining on me. I can't let them take me down. But this is a game of chance. So what can I do? Then my boyfriend pops a 4, moves up 4 spaces, and lands on my peg, kicking me back to home. How could he? How could he? This is my first real boyfriend. We're serious. He made a reservation at a restaurant on Valentine's Day. That's how much he cares about me. We ended up missing our dinner completely because he fell asleep, but still, he made the reservation. And now he's pegging me and leaving me to die? I stare at him in disbelief, and he just sort of shrugs his shoulders. And I know then he'll be the first to die when the apocalypse begins. So I look back at the board, and Danielle is somehow in the lead. She has 3 of her 4 pegs home, and she's about to win. How did this happen? And I'm going to... Am I going to lose? I can't lose. Our brains process imaginary losses just like real ones, and I would simply perish to exist if I lose this board game meant for virgins at 7 p.m. on a Friday night. I feel like we're in the wilderness, and I see a deer at the same time as my enemy, and whoever shoots it gets to eat and live, and the one who doesn't has to starve to death. And oh my God, I can't die in the suburban breakfast nook with a woman I'm only friends with because she lives close by, and a man I secretly know will never emotionally fulfill me. And then I stop thinking, and my primal urge takes over, and in my mind it happens in slow motion with special effects, dramatic lighting, some kind of Amazon rainforest animal howls in the distance. Danielle picks up her last peg and starts to move it into the home slot, which will win her the game and lose me my dignity. My body moves faster than my mind. Stand up, and I put my hands under the board, and I flip it over. I am 20 years old. I can rent a car and legally vote. It's like a Real Housewife style, okay? The pegs are scattered. The bowl of chips are all over the floor. Everybody is sprayed with Dr. Pepper. The board lands on the ground, and all the pegs fall off. They don't look at me as they both start picking up the pieces, but I see them glance at each other, half dumbfounded, half expecting this kind of behavior. I know, I'm in trouble. The game is over, and so is the night, and so is my relationship. And I know they think I'm crazy, and maybe I am, but I'd rather be crazy than be a loser. And as they leave without saying goodbye, I call after them, wait! It's just a game. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for coming tonight. Give it up for all the storytellers here tonight. Unbelievable, so hot. We are doing a happy hour afterwards. Aren't the drinks amazing? And we're drunk. The drinks are drunk. We're drunk. You guys, listen, a couple things. If you want to buy my book, go ahead, do it. If you don't want to, I'll assume that you're voting for Trump and that you can't read. Just what I will assume, and it's legal to assume anything you want. But the most important thing is, if you liked something you heard tonight, go up to that storyteller and be like, wow, I really like that. It was really funny that you said this. I really felt something when you said that. Okay, we're out of our homes, we're off our phones, we're in a community, we're real people, and I'm not paying them. So compliment me. We do the show